What are the coordinates of the centroid of triangle ABC with vertices -3, 1, -2, 4, and 5, -2? Losing my mind on this question a little bit because I'm really trying to simplify it as much as possible, but it's going to still require a good amount of work. So first we need to know what the centroid is. Centroid is where the medians meet, and medians are lines that go from a vertex to the opposite side's midpoint. So I need to find all the midpoints of each of these sides first to make these lines. And trying to make this simpler, I did find a kind of easy way to do that. Maybe easier than using the equation, which is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. A way we can do it visually, because that in my mind is easiest. I can look at kind of like we're doing distance. To get from A to B, I'm going up 3 over 1. So I'm going to cut those numbers in half, because this is really what the midpoint formula is doing. So half of 3 is 1.5, so I'm going to go up 1.5. And then half of 1 is 0.5, so I'm going to go over half. And that's the midpoint. Hoping this makes sense. For this side, to get from A to C, I go down 1, 2, 3, 3, and I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means I'm going to halve both of those numbers to get my midpoint. I'll go down 1.5, because that's half of 3, and then I'll go over 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a midpoint. Last one, going up 6, going over 7. So from point C, I could go up 3 over 3.5, because that's half of 7. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Midpoint's right there. Alright, so this is the part that I think we're going to have to use equations for. It's really because C and D here are so close to each other that if we try to do it visually, like I really want us to be able to, it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to tell if it's C or D. Obviously we know now, but I need to give you a solid way of doing this. So we need to find lines that go through each of these things. Let's label the midpoints. This one is 1.51. Yeah, we just got to get through it. 1, -0.5. And this is -2.5, 2.5. All right. Let's start making some. Okay, well, before we do anything, I can see right here the line that will go through point A and its midpoint. It would just be a completely horizontal line, so that's pretty nice. Right there, you see? Horizontal. And it's going through 1 on the y-axis, so that line is, the equation for it is y equals 1. So that's one of my equations done quick. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so to get from here to here, I need to go down 4.5 over 3. So that'll be the slope. We're going to use point slope form. Not my favorite. And we need it to pass through this point. We could use either coordinates. Since this one doesn't have a decimal, I'm going to use this. Point slope form looks like y minus y1, 4, equals, I don't know what the comma was about, the slope, so -4.5 over 3. Let's try to make that into a nicer looking number, because I don't want to distribute that big fraction. Oh, but dividing by 3 is, okay, there we go, -1.5. I knew that. So our slope is negative 1.5 x minus x1, the x-coordinate, which is negative 2. So let's make this a plus, because minus and negative is just plus. This is going to give us our equation in a moment. I'll distribute on the right side. Boom, boom. I'll get negative 1.5x minus 3, confirming. Ah, wait. I know it's right, but there, negative 3. We're going to add 4 to both sides to get this into proper slope-intercept form. And now my equation is y equals negative 1.5x, negative 3 plus 4 is 1. So that's 2 of my equations. You know what? I think I've found something. Since we know that these are two medians, I need to I need to find an x and y that's going to work for all of them. I already know the y, because the y equals 1. So like that's my y coordinate. Unfortunately, between the options, the really close options they gave us, we kind of already knew that the y coordinate was 1, but that means that if I plug in 1 for this equation and solve for x, that has to be the x coordinate. So let's do that. Oof, this is smart. This is smart. This is saving us from having to make another equation for a line. Alright, so I've just replaced the y with a 1, and now we're going to solve this for x. Take away 1, take away 1. 0 equals negative 1.5 x. Okay, and then we can divide both sides by negative 1.5, which won't do anything because we know that 0 divided by anything is just 0. So x equals 0, which means this is the point that those two medians pass through. This line that looks something like that. Oof. And this one. They both pass through right here, which is 0, 1. So that is our answer. And that was it was messy, but we got through it.